this is a weekly chart now. It is, you know, a level that right now it probably will come back down to 32, maybe lower. It is rejecting. People were trading this recently and they were saying like, yeah, I'm unloading here, and I agree. You know, if you are trading this, it was a good moment now, and it still is until it flips above, I would say 40 cent. I'd be expecting this to do a bit of more work around this area. And look, this whole mess with the SEC and everything that's going on with this coin, people constantly ask me. Yesterday I was asked about it on Instagram as well, what I think of it. I mean, it's better to have it than not to have it, in my opinion. Even a small bag. Look, there's no harm. You know, put in a €50, put in or dollars or $100, whatever you think, and just have it and forget it. You know, I mean, there's so much going on with it. It's heavily manipulated. It's definitely suppressed in terms of price action, because there's no way in hell such a huge community, amazing tech, that it isn't doing more. It is. It is definitely, there's something there going on with this. Banks, governments, all that manipulation side of it. But when that case that was meant to be over last year finally comes to an end, there is a possibility that this will totally take off. I mean, at the end of the day, it's holding within a range. I don't know what it would take for it to totally capitulate and for people to, you know, give up on it. It just has a huge community. It's been doing better than some. Anyway, obviously it's in the top 10. On the daily, like I said, I agree. This is a moment where you could totally unload and hope for lower. Get your get your bags filled again in between 37, 32, and then check how this behaves. I drew that trend line here as well. Again, those trend lines get broken constantly. So this was a weekly chart. Don't hold your breath when it touches it. Now on the daily chart, we are above the 50 EMA, which is a good sign. Obviously, all those crosses have been happening across the board as well. But it could be just a little deviation. This is just that, you know, level and that moment where you want this to push higher and give you a nice strong support above this level. Because as you can see, you know, support broken, resistance, a deviation, and we are just chopping here for the minute. It's holding very strong on that 50 EMA, but again, I am not, I'm not saying this is going to moon from here, because there's obviously other forces that are holding this from mooning. But it would be nice to see it go back up to about 50 cent. As you can see, this nice big vector candle here, this is daily chart, around 60 cent. So accumulating your bags, trying to get back down. Let me actually just zoom in, because I like those vector candles on smaller time frames for shorter price action, to see where we can drop down to. So actually on a 4 hour, it doesn't look too bad in terms of, see that level, 35 cents. Keep an eye. It could potentially just come back down here, deviate here, and bounce off the 200 EMA and bounce back up again. Just show me the 1 hour for a second. Because I'll be able to see a bit better where the vector candles are. So we have that green vector candle here around 34. So yeah, it's just 33, 34 cent. It could, you know, when it does break down, it could potentially just have like a wick coming down just to grab this and reverse. It's just a range. It's stuck in a range. It's accumulation range. It's just, like I said, a level where you can potentially get your bids filled and hold forget. It's just one of those for me anyway, that I have a bag, I'll buy lower if ever I see it much lower, and just stick with it, see what comes out of it. There's amazing projects being built on it, and you know I'm supporting them as well because I've talked about them, the Expector, Xpunks, and Versex. Huge, you know, metaverse, e-commerce, amazing projects that are, you know, just expanding and building fantastic ecosystems based on XRP. So there's a brilliant tech there. No reasons for this to ever, I think, disappear. There's been never really issues with XRP and how it works. It's just the pesky SEC case that's been holding it back. Yeah, just stuck in a range, just reversing here, a little deviation. It will most likely come back down here, possibly reverse around the 35. If not, keep an eye on the 33, just that vector candle here.